It's kind of rare these days, but I have an Xbox One motherboard. Let me show you what's going on. And as you can see, we have a DIY attempt gone wrong. Attempted to remove the HDMI port, ripped some pads. Looks like he ripped all 4 ground pads on the top and 3 critical traces on the port. The back ones are luckily still intact though. So our task for today will be to fix all these traces and put a new port on. The nice thing about these ports is, if I remember correctly, you can pretty much just straight hand solder these and not even use hot air. But we have some work to do before we can do that. For your orientation purposes, we'll be working right here on this side of the board. And when we flip it over, we'll be working here. Okay, let's begin by prepping the board a little bit. We need to scrape away some of this solder mask so we can run jumpers. Anything that's loose as well can go, like that right there. Okay, that's all we're going to need to do. Could have been worse. It could have been a Series X. If it had been a Series X, I suspect he would have ripped every pad. The heat profile on a 1 is definitely lighter than a Series X. And considering scraping some of the solder mask from around these anchors so that I can strengthen the port on this side, because I'm not going to be able to get solder to feed through without pads on this side. I think that's what we'll do. This is all ground. Be just fine. Still won't get solder to feed through to the other side, but we should be able to bridge some solder over to the port from those spots. And in order to continue our prep, I need to set up my equipment, and while I set up my equipment, let me throw up my expected temperatures for this job. These temperatures are brought to you by the associate links in the description. If you go to my video description and click on one of these links and buy any of this equipment, a small portion of that purchase will go to supporting the channel. And I greatly appreciate you. It won't cost you an extra dime. Okay, let's get everything tinned up here. Solder on the pads. Some less direct lighting there. And some proper size wire. Actually help if we get the proper tweezers for this. Like Imezi's. The superior jumper wire tweezers. I don't know, this wire might be a little bit big. Let's see if we got smaller stuff in here. That looks about perfect. Scraping away our enamel. Scraping / burning. In place. It feels good and strong. Want that to end up about mid pad, and we'll cut it off a little bit long so we can secure it down on this side with solder mask. So cut it off about there. Scrape, burn off more enamel. Burn down, hopefully without disturbing the other one. Run it a bit long as well. Same routine. Some routing. Gently clean. Very gently, as we already have one weak pad. Get all the flux out that we can get. Not worried about stuffing the anchors at the moment. Okay, we kind of get them where we want them now. Sure. Our UV coat. Won't be pretty, just effective. Still looking for clear stuff. I have not had much success. The stuff I bought that said it was clear was actually more like a snot color. It was definitely not going to be an improvement over the green. Press down all three. Momentarily. Now we'll put another layer on and really secure them down. Stick our UV lamp on and walk away. We'll be back once it gets a good cure. I hope you're getting value out of this video. Just a reminder, if you find you're not ready to tackle this, I do offer these services, both locally and mail-in. Just head over to micromage.repair, click free quote, fill out the form, and I'll get back to you personally. If you mention this video, I'll give you 10% off on your repair. Okay, we're more than solid at this point. Now we do some prep, lightly and gently. Scrape off the enamel. Okay, we're just burning it off too. But that was a good test to see how solid they were. Let's go ahead and tin them. Fume extractor on. Changing orientation on you guys a lot. Sorry. Gotta do what you gotta do. Get some more flux on here. See if we can hand solder it with the Pico pencil. I think we can. Well, I'd have been happier without the bridge. A little more precision would be nice. I'm going to worry about the pins for the moment. And we'll worry about the jumpers. Also clear that bridge when you can. That one needs help. I'm sure we touched that one. Now we can worry about the jumpers. It may not seem intuitive, but I'm going to switch to the micro pencil. Need a little more thermal power to solder onto the jumpers. There we go. Comes off to the side too. Okay, that one's moving with it. That one is soldered. That one is soldered. And that one is soldered. Excellent. Clear that bridge. A little more solder to those pins. There we go. Let's recheck every pin. Good. All right, get our anchors as much as we can. They won't feed through because there's nothing to feed through to. But hopefully we can deal with that after the fact. Well, they did feed through quite a bit, but we're still going to strengthen those. Not bridging over exactly the way I want. Probably not going to do so in a pretty fashion. There we go. That'll work for that side. Flux can work for us and against us in this particular case. There we go. Not pretty, but it will work. Lend it a little more strength. Sometimes you gotta pull out all the stops in the cleaning. Everything is connected still, everything is solid. The anchors aren't pretty, but they're solid. And that's all I can do. Okay, that's really it for this one. I don't have the rest of the console to test it, so we'll just have to cross our fingers on that one. If you got value out of this video, I think you'll get value out of this one, and I'll see you there.